What's up, guys? It's Joel Punch with Paintball. Today I'm bringing you a comparison video of the Dye DSR Plus versus Eclipse Geo 4. If you guys like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you guys after the intro. Alright guys, so here we are. We have the DSR Plus just released from Dye Paintball, and then the tried and true Eclipse Geo 4. We're here to do a little comparison video, and for me to tell you guys what I think as far as which one takes the ticket between the two of these. So first things first, we're going to do a little unboxing of the two. We have the DSR Plus here. Going to take the sleeve off there. As you can see, it comes with the DSR Plus case. Nice and thin. Does have like a cloth outer portion. Does get dirty, which is unfortunate, but not a huge ordeal. It's going to do the job of protecting your gun. You're going to get your 14-inch core barrel system, which is very similar to the UL barrel system. It's got the actual old UL tip and then slightly different design back. You're going to have an unbranded barrel cover, as well as some Allen keys. No longer comes with a multi-tool, as like with the Dye M3 Plus. You have your warranty card, a quick start guide, as well as an O-ring guide for all the different O-rings, and then how to install your battery and all that good such. Adjust your velocity and all that stuff. It's nice, it's laminated, which is really nice, so it's not going to get dirty easily and get destroyed. Small thing of lube here, and the actual marker itself. Going to have a USB cord for programming firmware, 9-volt battery, and the DSR parts kit. Alright, so now that we have all this stuff, you see what it comes with. We're going to do the same thing for the Geo 4. Going to unbox it here. It does come with an outer box similar to the sleeve of the DSR Plus case. First things first, Geo 4, it's going to be aluminum on the outside, and I think that I like the case right off the bat. I like the case better just because it's aluminum. It's not going to get dirty. I will say that these do get dented after a while, which is definitely the downfall. So you can either have dirty or you can have dented. I'll leave that part up to you guys. Not going to really affect me when it comes to the performance of the gun. Full manual color kit. Manual for the DSR Plus, unfortunately, is going to be only online, so take that as you will. I personally like having something paper, even like when I read books and stuff like that. I like that. So, but what's really nice about the Eclipse is that it's going to break everything down for you as far as all the different parameters and such, as well as every single O-ring, what size it is, and then really nice part about Eclipse guns is that you get a parts kit with everything, including individual sized O-rings, and it's all marked for you so you can't make that mistake. Geo 4 comes with the 14.5-inch FL barrel system with the aluminum tip. Very nice Eclipse barrel cover. You have a bigger thing of grease than you do with the DSR Plus. The IV core, hard tip bolt, soft tip bolt is in the gun. The Allen keys, and then the parts kit, which I already talked about. So let's get into the guns a little bit. So here we have the Geo 4. Tried and true IV core. It's going to be, you know, it's been tested with the previous line of Geos, and then you have the DSR Plus, which has the Arc Plus bolt system. So overall, great bolt systems and all that stuff. Barrels, you have the core barrel and then the FL barrel system. I personally, right off the bat, am going to say that I like the FL barrel system more, just simply for the fact that right now it's it's a lot easier to get the inserts for them than it is to get the backs for the Dye DSR Plus. With that said, overall, as far as like if you were just giving me the barrels and I could get all the inserts readily available and everything else like that, I probably would prefer the Dye UL barrel system. I like the porting better. You've got spiral porting on this, you've got linear porting on this. There is more porting on the UL tip, so just overall, Dye UL is going to be like my favorite barrel system of all time. So next up, feed necks on the two. You have the Geo 4, which has the locking feed neck, and then DSR Plus. DSR Plus They redesigned the feed neck from the regular DSR. It has this really nice Dye branded lever. It's just really nice quality. But with that said, unfortunately, you have to use an Allen key to adjust your feed neck lever. So I don't know what they were thinking. They should have put a twist knob. So right there, that alone is going to win the Geo 4 the ticket when it comes to the feed neck, because you have this really nice twist knob. And I think that the overall height of the feed neck on the Geo 4 is going to be slightly less. Next, bolt system. This is going to be the most arguable portion of the two, even though the DSR Plus can be kind of a pain to get out sometimes. All right, so there we go. Arc Plus bolt system. So they took the upgraded parts that you could get for the DSR and they immediately just put it into the DSR Plus and rebranded it as the Arc Plus bolt system. They also removed one O-ring from the bolt, I believe, and so overall it shoots very similar to the regular DSR. It might shoot a little bit smoother. It does have the flex face bolt, which is supposed to be able to shoot brittle paint. I personally shot at M3 before, and brittle paint wise, it handled brittle paint great. I would assume the same is going to be for the DSR Plus. So maybe we should do a DSR Plus brittle paint test for you guys. Needless to say, super smooth shooting gun, and can't really say enough good things about the Arc Plus bolt system coming from Dye. Now, on the other hand, we have the Geo 4 with the IV core. IV core, once again, like I said, tried and trusted from the Geo line of guns. Very simple to maintain, extremely efficient. From a Geo 4, you're going to get about 14 to 1500 shots from a 77-45, and then we did an efficiency test on that and got right around the same. So this might be slightly more efficient. Nice thing that they did with the Geo 4 as compared to the previous models is they actually embedded the soft tip inside the bolt. So it's no longer on the outside parameter, which caused bolt stick with the previous IV core guns. So that's really nice. Overall, you know, it's great. So bolt system, I'm going to just consider that a tie between the two just because they're both great bolt systems. With that said, mechanically, the Dye DSR Plus offers a SFR adjuster, so you can adjust the shot. Same thing with the Geo 4, you have this SFR right here. It, you know, Dye might have copied Planet Eclipse a little bit on that, but needless to say, you know, the DSR Plus offers that, so, you know, it's just gonna be a tie for me. Some other features, both are gonna offer an OLED screen, so as you can see here, this also makes an audible noise. Oh, I'm sorry, it doesn't have the battery in it, but it's gonna have an OLED screen. Geo 4 is also gonna have an OLED screen, and the Geo 4 is definitely gonna be a little bit easier to adjust when it comes to all the different parameters. In your manual, it's going to be plain and simple to explain to you how to do that. So when it comes to the electronics between the two, I'm probably going to pick the Geo 4 simply for the fact that the Geo 4, it's going to be able to walk. You're going to be able to walk through that a lot easier. The joystick on the DSR Plus can be kind of a pain to have to go up, down, side to side and figure out what, you know, going to the right means, what going to the left means, up and down means. Can be definitely confusing. I thought that it was confusing with my M3 Plus. Next, the ASA DSR Plus has a larger twist knob here, so it is definitely a lot easier to engage the air than the regular DSR. The Geo 4 takes it though. Like the Pops ASA is going to be all metal, so there's no plastic that you're worried about breaking, and it just pops in, pops out, super simple, and you know, there's no extra side thing on here that, you know, you have to unengage, right? And you could possibly snap the plastic and all that stuff, which I've actually seen that happen. With that said, it still is an improvement from the regular DSR. And then last but not least, the DSR Plus does have a different way of removing your foregrip to access your 9 volts. So with this, they basically just protruded this, and you're supposed to be able to turn this 180 degrees. Let's see if I can do it. It could be kind of a pain in the butt the first time. But you turn this left, and basically the idea behind it is that you no longer have to take a coin. As you can see there, I kind of struggled with it. But basically you're supposed to be able to do this with just your fingers. First few times it could definitely be tough, but then it starts to break in. Definitely a nice feature on the DSR Plus. One of my biggest things with the DSR Plus, it does take a 9-volt, and they extended the overall length of the gun, so the gun is a lot longer, which makes it nice in the hands, and the foregrip is really skinny. For me, I've got larger hands, so the bottom can definitely be a little bit short for me. Now, Geo 4, you're going to pull off this. It's going to give you access to the foregrip. It's going to give you access to the 2 AA's, and you're going to be able to access your eyes, traditional cable eyes. Nothing new there. Simply pull this off, and your eye cover just kind of pops off right here to give you access to your detents and your eyes. This is a little bit different than the DSR Plus. DSR Plus has the traditional Dye eye pipe. It does come with a 4th gen eye pipe, which is supposed to be a little bit more immune to cracking and all that stuff. So as you can see there, the detents are actually built into the eye pipe, and the idea behind the eye pipe is that it's a self-cleaning system, so that the eyes of your gun actually never touch contact with paint. This is basically stands as a border between your eyes and broken paint. And overall, I think it works really well. Some people complain about the fact that it is pretty easy to crack those eye pipes, but the 4th gen eye pipe definitely seems to be a little bit easier. But you have to be careful when you tighten your barrel system, because that's usually what causes the eye pipe to crack. All right, so I broke both these guns down for you. We're gonna talk about price point here for a second. So price point on the DSR Plus, you're coming in at $1,000. Geo 4, you're gonna come in at $1,300. So there is a $300 price difference. Overall, efficiency and shot quality and all that stuff is gonna be relatively similar. I personally like probably the shot of the DSR a little bit more than I like the shot of the Geo 4. And my only quirk, the DSR Plus, is that the trigger guard is really small, so I find that my fingers hit the trigger guard, whereas with the Geo 4, I don't find that I have that issue. But overall, if I have to pick a winner, which one am I picking? I'm picking the DSR Plus. Reason for that is you're still toollessly able to access your 9-volt battery, and the same thing stands for the Geo 4, so you're on an even playing field there. Barrel system between the two is going to be relatively similar. Like I said, it is a little bit more difficult to find extra backs for the DSR Plus. And I like the trigger and I like the feel of the DSR Plus. I really like the Geo 4 as well. I've used the Geo 4 personally. So between the two of them, I'm basically just basing this off of price point, because they're both reliable, they both shoot great, they're efficient and all that stuff. Price point for $300 less, I'm picking the DSR Plus. Alright guys, so there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison video between the Geo 4 and the DSR Plus. Stay tuned as we'll do a shooting comparison between these two markers, and we'll see you guys next time.